Okay, so very privileged to have fabulous artist Terry Trivett with us, and what a story! I've just been talking to Terry for the first time. Your involvement. Let's start with your involvement in horses.
Well, I've been an eventer. I rode as a kid, had lots of years off with career and family, and then came back to eventing with my daughter and competed through the old one-star levels.
Fantastic. And as far as painting and art has always been a passion. Have you always done it? How long have you been doing it for?
I've always been interested in art, but I have never done it. So I never really cleared enough space in my life to do it. You know, I've been busy with either career, horses, family. I used to teach at university. It wasn't until I was injured and had a fairly long time off that I went to some local classes and learned the mediums, and that was about 3 years ago I started. So she was my third oil painting.
She being?
She is a horse that I've had just recently sold, but she was my horse, Estrellas Remarkables. She's a 7-year-old warm-blood mare when she was painted, so still in a young horse physique.
And now with Megan Jones?
Yes, she's at Megan Jones's stable. She's with her head rider, yes.
How fantastic. So I look at that and I think, I don't know what I think. I just think it's like, from a distance it's exceptional, and close up it's even more exceptional. It's bizarre, and it's truly in the real quite an outstanding piece. And to think that it's your third painting of this size, or third decent oil painting.
Third oil painting. Yeah. Right. I did.
So is it just natural? Is it just? You think I could just sit down and do that?
No, I didn't think I could sit down and do it.
Stand up.
No, on a ladder. I undertook the project when a friend dared me to do it, because I had just started painting, and she said, well, you're always talking about your horse. Why don't you just paint a life-size picture of your horse? And I thought, well, why don't I? That would take a lot of time, and I would probably learn a lot. And so that's what happened. And so she was really a learning opportunity. And yeah.
Okay, so we were talking about it. It's obviously, I look at it as a photographer and loving art and can't draw a circle, so nothing. Forget me doing this. Much to my father's displeasure, but never mind about that. You were saying it was taken not from one photo, but from hundreds of photos.
That's right. And when I painted her, I had access to her as well, so I could walk down and look at certain things and photograph more. But yes, hundreds of photos. So it's not just off of one photo, which made it the learning opportunity.
Well, it certainly doesn't look like a conglomerate of lots of photos. It looks like one beautiful, beautiful, stunning canter moment and beautiful horse. Colour-wise, you know, what actually is it painted on?
She's on linen canvas. Yes, and she's oil, so undercoating of burnt sienna, and brought in some aquas to set her off. She's coming from the darkness to the light, which is a bit of a metaphor of what we do when we're developing young horses.
For me, I really enjoy the fact that it's the dark into light going this way. It's fantastic. I absolutely love it. So it just blows me away that someone as inexperienced can do something like that. You must have had a flair for design or painting or structure or something as a child.
Well, of course, I was probably the kid that would draw horses, and I would have liked to have studied art, but I was sort of steered to study science, so I went off and dutifully did that and taught university and all those sorts of things. But I've always had, when I look at the world, I do look at it through an aesthetic lens, and I've always wanted to paint and to draw and to learn how to do it. And so I think it's been sort of building up in the background for a long time.
Well, you certainly put an amazing brush to the canvas to produce this. It is quite amazing. I'm absolutely blown away by it when you get close to it, and from a distance, beautiful too. So how long did that work take you to do?
It was 5 months, but not full time.
And did you have good days and bad days?
Yeah. Well, fortunately, because it was probably good that it was part-time, so I had time to think about it, and I was competing my horse at the same time, and I had other things going on. So I could just come in and work on what I felt like I could do. Like, there were things that I had to do that I didn't quite know what to do, and I would think, I can't today. I'll just need to paint that hoof, because I can paint that hoof.
So just quickly, because I could talk to you about it all day. Do you draw an outline? How do you start? You've got a whacking great... What on earth made you decide to do it that size?
That's a really good question. Well, my friend dared me to do a life-size horse, a life size of my horse. And then she said, don't box her in, don't make the canvas too small. If I was to do it again, I would probably go 30 mil shorter so I could transport the artwork in my gooseneck.
It's a bit large, yeah. So you started with a feeling you can do the canter, because you said that before that your mare was really lovely in canter, and it is a beautiful, I think that moment is absolutely beautiful. As a photographer, it's one of my stunning moments. Lots of people don't particularly like it. I love it. I think it shows everything. Anyway, so you start with an outline.
I did. I have images on. Anybody wants to go on my Insta or Facebook can actually see some images of how she was constructed. So I, drew a small drawing of this size, and I transferred that to something larger on the canvas, and then I started painting the underpainting and kept going.
So do you do the horse itself first, and then put the background?
I actually started with the background. But the underpainting, but then I quickly went to her, yeah. So I started with just a little bit of background in the underpainting and then the horse.
And why the fabulous, I love the colours. Why the colours?
Well, burnt sienna...
It's my father, who was an artist, it's his favourite colour.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it works as an...
Burnt sienna is fantastic.
I just actually really like it. Well, it always works with horses. It works as an underpainting for horses. And I thought that the aqua was a bit of a complementary colour. And so some of the paler colours are actually just really thin layers of the burnt sienna.
It is truly beautiful. So she's here on display and has been for some time. She's going to stay here until eventing season.
Her actually display has just started today. She's been here waiting to go on exhibition. My understanding is she stays through the eventing.
And then?
Well, if she's sold, then Willinga Park gets a gallery commission because she's on exhibition here. So I would, rather than send her to some random gallery, I thought,
what better place
what better place?
Yeah, I know. So if she's not sold, then where?
I would probably submit her to the Solman, to the Gallery of New South Wales, which is the figurative event associated with the Archibald, and see if she gets assessed favourably there.
It's so exciting, isn't it? It's amazing. And to think that it's been a few years doing it's just, is it just an innate talent? Do you think you're born with this talent? Why can't I do that?
Well, I didn't know I could do that. It's just something I wanted to do. It's just like what we do here with the horses. If you want to do something, you just start and you learn all you can. You learn as much as you can about it.
Have you got another painting on the go?
My most recently completed painting is this one over here. And that's just a normal portrait, because I have been asked to do commission work. And so I'm starting to do commissions of all sizes, yeah.
Okay, so Terry, it's not the only one, you've done a few. And this painting is the most recent one?
This is the most recent. This is just a sample of what could be done for just a simple portrait. Not everybody is going to want life-size works, or it's not practical for everybody. So this is a more, standard-size commission artwork.
So did you do this? This is a commissioned painting that you did off a photo?
I actually did this one as a sample for my coach, and this is from several photos as well.
It's also truly beautiful. It really is. Oh, Terry, it's an absolute delight to speak to someone with a slightly different passion, but an overall passion about the whole thing. And I think your artistic flair and painting is quite exceptional, and I wish you lots of luck, and I truly do find it absolutely beautiful. So well done. And maybe there's a few people out there that can have a crack as well. Yeah, well, there's some lovely horses to paint here, and when you get the caliber of these sort of horses, wouldn't it be amazing to get to represent them? Yeah. Absolutely. You're an absolute great person to interview and talk to, and your artistic flair is incredible, and I wish you every bit of luck with her. And I hope she finds a fantastic home, if not wins a fantastic prize. Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much. And it's been wonderful to talk to you. And thanks to Willinga Park for hosting her. Yeah. Thank you, and thanks Terry Snow and Jeanette for hosting her, exactly. Thanks, Willinga Park, and thank you. Thanks, Terry.